I'm using the liquid soap recipe from my first book. It's the first recipe. In this tutorial I'm actually doubling the quantities. So I'm starting here with 340 grams of water, and I'm going to add to that my 2 lye. For the soap paste phase, it's fine just to use your rainwater. So that's just the NaOH lye water. I'm going to put that aside, and as this is a dual lye recipe, I'm going to make another cup with KOH. You can see this is actually a flake, not a pellet. Sometimes this will make a loud bang, sometimes not. Don't be afraid if you do hear a big bang. Unless you're using glass, which you shouldn't be using glass, because if you read my book you'd know you would never mix your lye solution in glass. I'm using 244 grams of olive oil. With each of my oils, as I are ready with them, I put them in my crock pot and I turn it on and I start warming the oils. Here's my lovely rice bran oil, and I'm getting 226 grams. I cannot get hard coconut oil out of there without melting it first. So I'm going to have to stop the tutorial and melt some of this coconut oil down to put it into this container where I can scoop it out. I'm going to boil some hot water, immerse the container in there and wait for it to melt. I don't need to melt the whole thing down like you do with palm oil. Okay, now I'm back with my melted coconut oil. I'm going to start measuring it again. So, let's see how we go this time. I've got 284 grams. Okay, unfortunately my camera malfunctioned and I didn't get to record the piece where I added the lye water to the pot. Basically all I did was take the lye water which was in here, tip it in there, and now I'm already cooking. I actually did some bursts with this stick blender on camera. I'll do a few more bursts. So I just do it on and off, a couple of seconds, like that. But this is lovely. It's really thick and fast, and I imagine the temperature's probably become much hotter as well. Let me just test the temp. Yeah, 43. Not too bad. So I'm going to come back at different times, because this is going to take a few hours. I'm going to come back at different times and show you what's happened with the soap and the phases it goes through. I am going to give it a few more blends, but as you can see it's not doing much because it's so thick. After combining the lye and the oil, I gave them one quick burst like that, stirred it around. I left it for around 5-10 minutes while I fixed up my camera problems, and that's how thick it's come out now. So at this stage what I'm going to do is put the lid on and I'll check it in another 10-15, maybe even just 5 minutes. Next time I see something interesting I'll tell you how long it's taken to get to that phase, and I'll show you how it's looking. Barely a minute has passed, or probably 5, and you can see around the edges it's already starting to get a little bit darker, a little bit more shiny. Can you see that? Just started to give it a bit of a stir. You can see the consistency already is changing. It's like, not quite mashed potatoes, it's like that fake mashed potato stuff where it's really smooth, but not quite mashed potatoes. Now look at those colour changes in that soap. It's been about 10 minutes. You can see the difference just with the spatula. This is like the applesauce phase. It's almost Vaseline. Okay, I've taken the lid off again, and it's looking like a lovely colour, and it's looking really soft and spongy. How beautiful is that? I'm actually tempted to do a clarity test already. It's looking really nice. And now I hear you saying, how do I do a clarity test? Take it out about a teaspoon of the paste, and this is probably a bit too much, so about that much. And I'm going to put it in about a cup of pure water. Now, I've heated this pure water because it makes it quicker for the soap to dissolve. We want to have not a lump of soap in the water, but we want it to completely dissolve. If the results are that we can still read the text in the bottom, it means that we've passed clarity test. If not, we'll keep cooking. Keep stirring for a couple of minutes. It'll only take a few minutes and it'll completely dissolve. You will get some suds on top, but you should be able to read the text below. That is definite pass on the clarity test.